if you still think your wardrobe looks current, but something about it quietly ages you, it probably means your closet is stuck in trends that 2026 has already outgrown. Fashion evolves, but elegance demands evolution with intelligence. And today, I'm not just telling you what's out. I'm showing you what every refined, high-status woman is replacing it with, so you never look loud, cheap, or desperately trendy again. Stay with me, because the mistake at the end is the silent elegance killer almost nobody realizes they're wearing. 1. Harsh, boxy, masculine outerwear. For the past few years, oversized blazers, boxy coats, and sharply structured jackets were everywhere. They promised power, confidence, and boss energy. Women wore them to appear strong, capable, and assertive. But there's a quiet truth many women have started to feel. These silhouettes don't empower femininity. They overpower it. Instead of enhancing a woman's figure, they flatten it. Instead of framing her presence, they swallow it. And with time, that exaggerated masculine structure has begun to feel cold, heavy, and disconnected from the grace most women actually want to express. Moving into 2026, the most sophisticated wardrobes are evolving toward what I like to call structured softness. The shoulders still have presence, but they're sculpted instead of aggressive. The waist isn't squeezed, but it's gently acknowledged. Coats curve, jackets shape, and the silhouette respect the feminine line rather than fighting against it. And this is where elegance truly speaks. Real confidence doesn't need excess volume or severity. It doesn't need to imitate masculinity to appear strong. A sculpted coat that softly defines the waist conveys something far more compelling. Calm assurance, power without shouting, and authority with grace. Most women misunderstand fitted as tight, when in reality, elegant tailoring is about shape, not restriction. A beautifully structured coat doesn't cling. It guides the eye. It elongates the body. It balances proportions. Even when worn over casual pieces like denim, this style doesn't dominate the outfit. It completes it. And if you've ever wondered why your outfits sometimes feel heavy or overwhelming despite being fashionable, this is very likely the reason. 2. Loud, busy prints. There was a time when bright, exaggerated prints felt fun. Tie-dye, cartoonish florals, oversized logos, loud geometric patterns, they promised personality. But when trends linger too long, their magic wears off, and what once felt bold starts to look chaotic. These prints don't just decorate an outfit, they compete with it. They take over the entire visual impression, leaving no room for refinement, tailoring, or subtle elegance to breathe. And whether women admit it or not, loud prints often wear you. You don't wear them. In 2026, style is shifting toward clarity, order, and visual calm. Plaids and checks are returning, but not in the loud, playful way. They feel thoughtful, intentional, and structured, almost like quiet architecture in fabric form. Stripes are no longer playful summer patterns. They are precise, controlled, and beautifully composed. Smaller, refined polka dots return as a symbol of feminine charm rather than childish playfulness. These prints do something very important psychologically. They create harmony instead of noise. They give the eye direction rather than confusion. They support the woman rather than fighting for attention. And the elegance comes not from the prints themselves, but from the way they behave in an outfit. Muted tones, balanced colors, restrained contrast, they all contribute to a look that feels intelligent rather than desperate to be noticed. When prints are too busy, people notice the clothing first and the woman second. When prints are refined, they notice you, your posture, your presence, your femininity, and the clothing simply enhances what is already there. Have you ever looked at an outfit and felt like it was cute, but somehow didn't feel polished? This is usually why. 3. The end of cowboy boot drama. Cowboy boots had their moment. And to be fair, it was a strong one. They added personality, edge, and a sense of playful rebellion to fashion. For a while, they felt fresh, spirited, even romantic in a rugged way. But trends that rely heavily on theme always age the fastest. As we move toward 2026, these boots have begun to feel theatrical rather than stylish. Their exaggerated stitching, pointed silhouettes, and decorative shafts don't simply complete an outfit, they dominate it. Instead of enhancing your presence, they demand attention for themselves. And in the world of elegance, Anything that tries too hard to be noticed eventually starts to look cheap. What we see replacing this aesthetic is not the absence of statement footwear, it's the evolution of it. The new direction favors calm sophistication over costume energy. Wedge boots are rising in popularity, not because they're trendy, but because they visually streamline the body. They elongate the leg without creating harsh angles, offering height that feels grounded and intentional. Similarly, softly squared or refined blunt toe boots paired with slimmer heels create a silhouette that feels architectural rather than theatrical. These designs have presence, but they aren't loud. They express confidence through structure, not decoration. Psychologically, this shift represents a deeper feminine strength. Instead of declaring power with bold, aggressive footwear, elegant women are choosing shoes that communicate quiet control, measured taste, and emotional maturity. Shoes should anchor your outfit, not steal attention away from it. If your footwear feels like the main character, your outfit becomes a costume instead of a style. And here's a gentle but honest truth. When women outgrow trends that scream, they step into a version of themselves that no longer needs approval to feel powerful. Have you noticed how truly peaceful, stylish women appear? Their fashion doesn't perform. It simply stands beautifully. 4. Cheap, flimsy knitwear is one of the clearest visual indicators of whether a woman looks refined or unintentionally careless. Thin, flimsy sweaters that stretch out after a few wears, synthetic fabrics that cling in the wrong places, or knits that pill and lose shape. These don't just ruin an outfit, they quietly communicate something about standards. Even when styled thoughtfully, low-quality knits collapse on the body, droop at the shoulders, and make the entire look appear tired. And yes, people do notice. Quality is felt before it is consciously seen. 2026 knitwear is moving toward weight, structure, and integrity. Think cashmere that softly drapes without clinging, wool that holds its line, dense cotton that feels substantial rather than flimsy. These fabrics behave differently. They sit with intention, skim gracefully along the silhouette, and maintain their dignity throughout the day. Instead of stretching, they shape. Instead of sagging, they support. When knitwear has substance, your posture looks better, your proportions look cleaner, and your presence feels more composed. And there's a deeper psychological elegance behind this. Cheap knits feel temporary. Quality knits feel committed. They send the message that you choose lasting elegance over disposable fashion, that you value longevity, investment, and respect for yourself. When your knitwear is beautiful, the rest of the outfit doesn't have to work as hard. Even the simplest jeans or trousers instantly look elevated. If you fix just one area of your wardrobe, let it be this one. Because the difference is not subtle. It transforms how you look and how you carry yourself. Have you ever tried on a sweater that looked nice, but somehow made you feel smaller, less confident, less refined? That wasn't you. That was the knit speaking for you. And elegant women have learned to choose pieces that speak with grace, not apology. 5. Over-decorated belts. For years, oversized statement belts with flashy hardware, heavy medallions, and intricate cutouts dominated wardrobes. They promised drama and attention, yet the effect is often the opposite of elegance. When a belt screams for attention, it disrupts the flow of the outfit and draws the eye away from the woman herself. Suddenly, the focal point is not your posture, your silhouette, or your presence. It's a decorative accessory trying too hard. The very thing meant to elevate the look ends up cheapening it. In 2026, belts are no longer about decoration. They are about proportion, structure, and subtle authority. Slim, smooth leather belts quietly define the waist without overpowering the outfit, while medium-width belts offer balance and visual stability when styled with blazers, high-waisted trousers, or midi skirts. Even larger belts are returning, but with a key difference. They are defined by clean lines, solid shapes, and minimal hardware. They act as anchors rather than ornaments. This is how truly elegant women frame their look. The belt supports the body, guides the eye, and reinforces the silhouette without begging for attention. And here's a thought for you. If your belt is the first thing anyone notices, it's time to rethink the rest of your styling. True refinement begins with restraint. 6. Loud, shouting colors. Bold, neon, and jewel-toned colors once ruled the fashion world. Electric greens, vivid purples, striking pinks, and vibrant blues promised instant visibility. But color is more than visual impact. It is perception. When colors dominate an outfit, they compete with tailoring, fabric quality, and even your posture. Loud colors often make outfits feel theatrical or juvenile, and in the long run, they can quietly age your appearance rather than refresh it. The most sophisticated women of 2026 are turning toward rich, deep, and grounded hues. Olive and forest green offer warmth and calm, working beautifully across seasons and skin tones. Navy softens the harshness of black, while remaining structured and timeless. Burgundy and deep red add subtle drama without overwhelming. Even neutrals are evolving. Soft grays, chocolate browns, and creamy beige tones provide an elegant canvas for layering textures and sophisticated tailoring. The power of these colors lies in their ability to enhance, not dominate. They create harmony, allowing fabrics, cuts, and proportions to shine. Elegant women understand that contrast is a tool, not a weapon. A hint of burgundy paired with soft neutrals or navy creates intrigue without chaos. They don't need neon to be remembered. They are remembered for their composure, poise, and refined presence. Which of these shifts will you embrace first? Comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you value timeless sophistication, join us here at Aisha's Elegance, and let's continue refining your wardrobe and your presence together.